What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about like how much like money really restricts you, man. Like how much like the society, this world we live in, it keeps you stuck. Now, thankfully on YouTube, a lot of people will talk about this. There's a lot of people from different ages that talk about this, so it's not just like a certain group or a certain generation of people that talks about this. A lot of people around different ages talk about this, both younger and older generations. But like, we're getting to the point where we're like, when is this gonna stop? Because it's like, why is it that we're forced to work so much just to get so little in return? People may say there's opportunities to make money online, and you got to educate yourself, and you can have your own YouTube channel, or you can have your own business. Everything's still online. Everything is digital. It's getting kind of hot in here, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but that takes a lot of work too, because just like what Chauncey One mentioned in his YouTube channel, like the same way it takes work to start to like make money and to create something for yourself, it's the same exact thing making money online. If it was easy, then a lot of people will be doing it, but a lot of people are stuck and working in their job and not happy, you know. And Chauncey One, he made a good point. It's not easy just being financially free and having your own business and your business taking off, and that's why you have a lot of YouTubers who make great content, but they're still not financially free. And I understand it's a process. It's not about the outcomes, it's about the process. But at the same time, it's like, as human beings, we really shouldn't, like, because at times I'd be thinking to myself, man, like, is part of this human experience not meant to like enjoy life and to travel and to meet new people and to do your own thing whenever you want? His life is not about that, or instead is life really just about having to work and having to like be serious all the time and having to fucking like, is that what life is all about? It seems like it, because everyone's working at a 9 to 5, and people have it worse in these third world countries, and it's just like, why is everything about survival? So no wonder why people in the spiritual community, they call this reality, this human experience, hell. Yeah, it is hell, because it's like, you're not living life. We're just doing shit just to get by. Like we waste so much of our energy. We put in so much of our energy and our time into shit that we get little in return. The same way people are working these jobs 5 times a week, these 9 to 5 hours and shit like that. We should be getting a lot in return and a lot of benefits, but we don't. The same hours you put in working at the mall, or someone else is working just as little hours as from a high paying company, and that person gets paid more than the other person who works more. Who's working less, he gets paid more than the person who's working more. It should be the other way around. But either way, people shouldn't have to work just to not get any benefits, or for them to not to be able to have months of vacations and years of vacations for them to do what they gotta do. Is it because we lack AI technology to where it can replace all these workers, and now we don't have to worry about paying bills? Instead, money isn't a problem anymore? Because imagine we have AI who replaces damn near the whole population with these jobs. And work should be voluntarily. If people want to work voluntarily, they should do it. But why don't we have advanced technology to where they could be very proficient at our jobs compared to humans? We don't have technology like that. We don't. I thought we did, right? We don't. So is that how low this human experience is? Is how low this fucking reality is? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. So are we meant just to be like slaves and shit? You know, like working all of our lives just to have minimum in return? Like, come on, bro. Like, is this human experience that barbaric? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Fuck, man. This shit sucks. And like, then you got time speeding up. You got the days going by a lot faster. So it's like, it's hard for people to even enjoy themselves, or them to enjoy their lives on the weekends, because the time has been speeding up extremely fucking fast. I'm like, god damn, man. So what the fuck is going on, bro? Because it's Saturday, man. I was sleeping since like Friday evening, and like, cause I'm tired. I've been drained from working from the 9 to 5 work and shit like that, and I need some recovery. And since the time is speeding up, the day's going a lot faster. The fucking weekend's almost over. I'm just like, god damn, bro. So it's like, this shit's insane. That's when people talk about this. I mean, they do, but like, they can't find solutions. I can't find solutions, but at least point it out. But like seriously though, like is all life has to offer? Because if so, this shit's depressing. Because me, unfortunately, I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in fucking Kansas, and there isn't shit to do in fucking Kansas. I don't give a fuck what people say. There's nothing to do over there. Fucking nothing. And I'm stuck around here for a couple more years until I get the fuck up out of here. But once my job is done, so I don't have to live in Kansas no more. I want to live in an area by the beach where there's a lot of things to do, where there's a lot of activities to do, full of a lot of people. Because Kansas is an isolating fucking area. There's no fucking communities over there. So I want to live in an area where there's a lot of communities. There's a fucking beach. A lot of things to do over there. That's my ideal place to live at. I don't live in no bum ass isolated area where there's nothing to do over there. Because as humans, we need each other. We need communities. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, yeah. But life can be depressing sometimes, especially because life in itself is not depressing. It's more so it's a society and it's a world we live in. Because people, that's how you know we live in a sad existence. Because we live in a world where like people, they're not even. We're so caught up in this bullshit. Like we're forced to be scared and have a lot of fear when it comes to finances because we need that shit in order for us to fucking survive. We're in the year 2024. Why the fuck do we need to pay for a house, water, electricity, fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like why do we gotta do all that? And these school systems, they don't teach us how to build shit. They don't teach us how to build electronics and how to fucking like shit that's actually useful for us to survive. School don't teach us that bullshit. Because we have corrupt people who rule over this world and they dish out the curriculum on what schools wants to teach these kids from these generations. And then you gotta pay for fucking college. It's just, you gotta pay for everything in order for you to get money, because most people are in the middle and lower classes, and a lot of people keep having fucking children by accident. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having children by accident. As human beings, we all have sex. It happens. But if you're having children by accident, there's nothing wrong with that, actually. I mean, as long as you're going to take care of the child and shit like that, if both parents are going to take care of the child. But like, it's this fucking society, it's this world. Because if we don't live in a corrupt society, then people who have kids by accident, that wouldn't be a fucking issue, because they wouldn't have a problem taking care of them. If we live in a world that is not corrupt, me, I'm 27. But me, like, I probably would have had like my own house, my own land, a fucking wife, possibly like a lot of family and kids by now. Even a couple businesses, but and a lot of people, that was not my age, but people who are a lot younger than me. I'll say like people when they're fucking 18 or 19 or 20, around that age range. If we didn't live in a world that's corrupted, these people around these age ranges, even younger, they would have their own house, even own family, their own land and shit like that. They would have owned a lot of shit. But since we live in a corrupt, because this world, it restricts us to actually doing shit. It restricts us to having the knowledge and information to build a house. Yes, we have the internet that teaches that shit, but like, we don't have time to learn about this because we're so caught up in applying for these jobs and working at a 9 to 5, and these schools waste our time and shit like that. And like this whole time and this whole reality is all fucked up. The concepts of the society, how it's orchestrated, how it's like created, and what it does, and how it creates our routines and shit like that. Everything's fucked up. The society causes a lot of issues too. This is why there's a lot of crime, just like what Chauncey once said. And all this shit I'm saying, I got this from other YouTubers, but they're right. There's a lot of crime because of this system. That's why a lot of people rob banks. People kill each other. A lot of broken families happens because of finances, because of this evil ass system. A lot of people die. You got people who go to war, people who go to battles over this bullshit. So it's fucking insane. And then you got worse shit going on in these third world countries, and it's hard for people to interact and socialize because there's no communities out here. I forgot his name, but shout out to him. He mentioned about how like there's a lack of communities. That's why a lot of people are socially awkward and introverted. Shout out to him. But yeah, so a lot of people get discouraged, and a lot of people are confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to go about life, and they feel like they're going through this alone, because it's like, in a society, like, there's always expectations for you to work at a certain job, to have a certain things by a certain age. But it's like, not too many people like this system. Not too many people want to participate in this system. But like, we're just subjected to this rat race. We're all victims, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking crazy. So it's insane. You know, it really is insane. So I don't know what to do, man. So, but So yeah, this is how it is, man. So that's not only that, but like, if you come from a broken family, which most people do, if they don't have that support system, if they don't have that emotional support to fall back on, and a lot of people, if they're not meeting like-minded people, is like they have no options, but they have nowhere to go. Yes, there's therapy sessions, there's certain doctors you could go to, but and you can reach out, you can put yourself out there online. But like, a lot of broken families happen because of this bullshit ass society. It creates a lot of mental health issues and it traumatizes people. So it's like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? You know, so it's crazy. And not only that, but like, when this society in this world, if you work at a certain job, if you make certain money, if you're in a certain career field like the military or just something like that, you're forced to live at a building that you don't want to fucking live in, but you're forced to do it because of your financial situation or because of the career you work at. And people like me and there's other people, we don't like to live at a building or at a house that we don't fucking like. That's very, like, because there's a lot of, like, because we're forced to live in these shitty ass buildings. Yes, we have shelter compared to third world countries, a lot better, but at the same time, it's like, as human beings, we shouldn't have to live like this. We need to live in, like, in nice housing areas and nice buildings, like, full of fresh air and access to, like, water, food, water, shelter, and electricity and shit, and Wi-Fi and shit like that. If we live in a shitty ass small building, it's not gonna it's not gonna motivate us to go out as much. It's gonna make us feel depressed, especially if you work 5 times a week. It's like you don't have the energy to look forward to putting yourself out there on the weekends. So it's a whole shit show, pretty much. It's fucked up, man. So that's the reality we're in. It's like everyone, like, we all gotta go through the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Why? It's the money system that fucks everything up. It's this fucking society. This whole world is fucked up. But yes, it is this world's fault. It is society's fault. It's corrupt people who rule over this world. They are at fault. But people need to look at shit also from a spiritual perspective. Why is that? If there is an afterlife, if there's different realms out here, like these spiritualists like to fucking claim, then why is it that the universe or God, why are they allowing this shit to happen? Because it's been an ongoing issue since fucking human history. Then you got demonic entities and spiritual warfare when it comes to narcissism. There's a lot of evil shit going on that people are talking about, but so what's that? So who's at fault with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it this human experience? Is it this 3D reality? Is it this dimension? What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a spiritual reason. Everything. That's why you got time speeding up, but no one talks about this. Time speeding up, the days is going a lot faster. That's a spiritual reason, you know. So a lot of shit needs to be addressed, but we don't have the answers to it. So what the fuck is going on? People want to say, "Oh, don't stress about it, don't worry about it." No, it's bullshit. It needs to be addressed. Like, this is why the world is the way it is. I'm not trying to be Captain Savaho and be all political and, oh, we got to change this. No, but it doesn't hurt to point out the bullshit that's taking place. Even don't have answers, at least point out the bullshit that's taking place. That's all we need to know for us to be aware. Then it creates a domino effect as people spreading more information that there's something off with this reality. You know what I'm saying? But people want to think that making 6 figures or $1,000 is a lot. Not really, because you're still forced to work at this bullshit ass system. You're forced to do shit. You still don't have much freedom. So, you know, so it's fucking crazy. But it's like, I be thinking to myself, man, like, did I really? Because if spirituality is a real thing, if the afterlife is real, if reincarnation is real, because there's proof all the time. There's people who've seen spirits, ghosts, demonic entities and shit like that. If this shit is a real thing, then did I really chose to reincarnate here? Did God wanted me to experience this? What the fuck is the point of reincarnating here if you're gonna be miserable? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at times in my life, like, I'm not suicidal or anything, but I wouldn't mind dying because, like, there's nothing to do here. Like, you're just forced to work at this fucking system. You're forced to be around people you don't want to be in all of our lives. We're just so, the main focus of this life, it seems like for most people, is like they're trying to get out of their situation. There's like people are constantly changing jobs. There's like people are constantly working at jobs. There's like people are trying to find ways to find happiness. I understand it starts from within, but just the fact that we're always constantly at a healing journey. People are always constantly healing from heartbreak, narcissism, broken families, generational trauma. It's like, is that the main focus of life? What the fuck is going on? But it's not even our fault. All this shit was orchestrated by a higher power. This is where you get your soul contracts, the people you meet, the shit you're born into, you know. So it's like, what the fuck is going on, man? bullshit, dude. I understand it's all about having faith too, because part of life, what I've heard apparently, I'm not saying it's true, but part of this life is to have faith within God or the creator of the universe. Is why a lot of bullshit happens, but you just forced to roll the punches and just have a tunnel vision. I get it, but at the same time, it's like if you're logical, if you have a lot of self-awareness, at what point does this shit not get annoying? You know, like when does this shit not get fucking annoying? It's like, come on, man, like hurry up with this shit. Fucking bullshit. But that's all I gotta say. And if we're meant to be slaves and constant workaholic lives and complain and bitch about the society in its timeline, then hey, at least the human experience is short. Because the average human being dies before they're 100. So I'm 27. I got 80 more years up in this bitch, estimately. So hopefully this shit ends quick. I don't know, man. But I'm fed up with this bullshit. No, I'm not ungrateful. I do have a lot of gratitude. I'm thankful I have arms and legs and hands, and I have a nervous system. I could think for myself, and I'm thankful I'm not in a third world country. But at the same time, a lot of shit needs to be changed because, like, clearly this has been ongoing since human history, and this shit needs to stop. There are changes being made, but it's happening very slow. But that's all I gotta say. And the best way to navigate this system, I'm just talking about for me. I'm not talking about for you. I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me, is to, I guess, find things I love doing, and take risks, be willing to let go of jobs, people, and situations that no longer serve me, and to, because me, I got no one, bro. Like, I haven't spoken to my family in years, like, because they're just too abusive, they're too dysfunctional, and they're too chaotic. So I had to get out of that situation. So I got out of the situation. I got out of my hometown, and I haven't seen them in like probably like 3 or 4 years. But I haven't spoken to them in fucking 2 years, and I cut all them off, and I still don't want to deal with them. I'm not around people I feel like-minded to. It's just like it's this whole shit show. So life is very lonely. People may say, "Oh, there's people, there's different health therapists, there's different behavioral health." And I get it, but it's just like I'm not like I don't know, man. It's just, life is bullshit. A lot of dumb shit you got to go through as humans, bro. But that's all I gotta say, and have a good one. Peace.